Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Charlie and basically this is my first video and I love reading books and have for the past couple years. Basically this whole channel is to get me out of my book slump. So I'm forcing y'all to come along with me. So I'm just gonna post book content and random things like that. I watch a bunch of book YouTubers like Sarah and Destiny and stuff like that. So I figured I could join in and maybe it will motivate me to read more books because I haven't been doing as good as I usually do. So with that being said, I'm going to pick my TBR for March. We're already 6 or 7 days in, I'm pretty sure. So I've kind of dropped the ball on that, but that's fine. I think this would be the easiest video to just start with. And also getting back into reading. There's like some genres that I'm really focusing on and there's some that I'm not. So maybe this will help me read those other genres that I used to read. We'll see. Typically I read, as you can see, romance, maybe some fantasy. Can see some over here. I have gotten into historical fiction, but I haven't read a lot of it. So I'd love to do more of that. YA I've read before. Almost everything I think, except for like westerns, and sometimes I do nonfiction like memoirs. Those are nice. Or and sci-fi. I read sci-fi. Yeah, I know, cool. So I made a jar and I put things in it, like not book prompts. Yeah, kind of. So we're gonna pick it out and it's gonna tell me what we can choose. So my goal is, I think I have 13 books here. The goal is to pick 8 of them. Am I gonna read that much this month? Probably not. Your girl has class, but that's fine. That's gonna be the goal. And of course, like I'm sure y'all have seen in other videos, like I'm gonna try to stick to these books that I pick, the 8 I pick, but of course, like if I find another book, I'll probably just read that one, or who knows what I'll like and won't like. So we're gonna pick out of these ones using my book prompt. Let's pick the first book from our prompts. All right, book I want to read the most. So I would say I have a lot of books going on here. A lot of fantasy, unfortunately, but it is what it is. I think the one I want to read the most is probably Will of the Many. It also, I'm pretty sure, is the longest. So that's not that good for me because it'll probably take the longest, obviously. So I think the Will of the Many is what we're gonna read. I know it's like a sci-fi fantasy type of book. I've just seen a lot of reviews on it and heard it's really great. I think it's like 650 pages, and I know he just came out with the second one and I've also heard good things about it. So I feel like this will be a great way for me to get back into the sci-fi fantasy world. I am reading Golden Sun right now by from the Red Rising series. So I think I kind of want to finish that one first and then I can start this one, and hopefully I won't get burnt out on sci-fis, but we'll see. So this will be our first one. I think I am going to read it on Kindle just because it's so long and I don't like hardcovers, so I don't want to like lug this thing around. And my boyfriend might read it with me and this is his copy. So this is our first one. We'll put it over to the side so we can display it later. Let's pick our second one. See what we want. Genre that I do not read a lot. So I would say that would be historical fiction. I don't read a lot of YAs right now. I used to. So I think this would be probably my only historical fiction I have right now. This one I feel like is kind of like a regular fiction. So there's that one, and I know it got like an award or something. So that one. This one also I've heard is good. I read Tomorrow, Tomorrow, Tomorrow by this author. Loved it. 6 stars out of 5. So I think this is just like a normal fiction. So we'll add that there. And then I think we'll go pick one of those. All right, so we have these 3. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Also, I really like the cover and it's cute and I got it the other day. So let's go with this one since I recently bought it. I feel like that's not how that works, but that's fine. These will go back up here. And now we'll pick the next one. Try to like stir it around as much as I can. I dropped 2. All right. Book I think is the prettiest. I feel like I have what I think is a lot of pretty ones with me. I picked a lot with the pretty sprayed edges today to make this more difficult for me. This one I think is really pretty. The little bees, adorable. The inside, beautiful. That's one option. Do I think it's the prettiest? I don't know. This one I also think is pretty. Again, nice sprayed edges. That's pretty. I'm not too sure. Next, these two, like, wow, right? It's wow. This one I bought at Second and Charles, which is like a thrift store kind of book, you know, like people bring in their used books. And I've seen this one a lot, but I've only seen the paperback. And then I saw this and I was like, wow, that's beautiful. So I had to buy it. Did I read it? No. Has it been 4 months? Sure. Yeah. But it's beautiful. And I put it right up here next to these ones because that's like my pretty display shelf. So this one, like, wow, you know, this one might have to be the winner. But let's look at this one. I also bought this one because it's pretty. Can't blame me. These sprayed edges, that's insane. Cute there. Let's see the front. Cute there. They're both kind of sci-fi. No, not sci-fi. They're both fantasies. So I feel like either one I'd be happy with. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Just because these colors and like I think the front's prettier. The sprayed edges on this one might be prettier, but I don't know. Let's go with this one just because I've had it for longer and I need to read it. But y'all let me know which one you think is prettier out of these two, or even the other ones I picked. Everyone's opinion is obviously different. Let's pick our next prompt. Try to like spin it around a little bit. Good? All right. Oh. Book I think is the ugliest. No, I didn't come up with that one. My boyfriend did. I think that's just rude. But let's pick one. Obviously, these are gonna go over there. Obviously, I can't do share like that. Beautiful. Between all of these, I might have to go with this one. Or this one. No offense. This one, it just feels like an older cover. It feels like a historical fiction cover, which is fine. But it's not my favorite. This one, just kind of simple. Love simplicity. Just clean cut. I think I'm gonna go this one. Also because I want to read historical fiction and I just think it's the least appealing cover-wise to me. So we'll go with this one. Awesome. So now we have a historical fiction, which I need to read that one because I've had it for a while. Also, I think I got it from Second and Charles in a blind book thing, you know, like those blind books. So I opened that one and I was like, oh, guess we need to read that now. All right, let's pick the next one. We are at 4. Book I got most recently. That would have been good for this one because I literally got it yesterday, I'm pretty sure, or the day before. All right, let me see. This one, definitely not. This one was fairly recent. These ones were not recent at all. I think it's between these two that are the most recent. I think I got this one for Christmas, and I think I got this one a little bit after. So we're gonna go with this one. Again, got it from Second and Charles for $3.75. That's crazy, right? Also, it's in like great condition, so go get used books. Again, it's like a fantasy type of thing. We're having a lot of fantasy sci-fis going on right now, but that's okay with me. I think it's like It's like 490 pages, 500 pages. Also, I know it's a part of a longer series. I don't know how many books there are, but maybe like 4 or 5. I might be lying. So now we're gonna get into another series, which I'm already in the middle of a lot of them. But that's fine, because we're gonna get through them all. So this is Jade City. We'll go with that one. All right. Next. Let's see. A couple more. Again, we're gonna go with 8 books this month. We're gonna be subtle, kind of. All right, next one. Book I've had the longest. They're just back to back. Book I got most recently, book I got the longest ago, the prettiest, the ugliest. All right, now I gotta do some thinking here. Let's see. I think this was Christmas, Thanksgiving. I think that's a little bit before Christmas. That was a long time ago. Okay. I think it's between The Honey Witch, which is really pretty, and The Ministry of Time. I actually started this one. I think I got like 30 pages in, and then I don't think I was vibing with it at that time, which is okay. I've started to get better about if I don't like the book, I'll just DNF it, where I think I used to like push through and like force myself to read it. So I've gotten better at that, but that doesn't mean, just in that moment, if I don't want to read it, it doesn't mean I would hate the book. Like maybe it's just not my time right there. Like if I'm reading a bunch of mysteries and then I pick up a sci-fi, maybe I'm just not into the sci-fi right now. So we could try this one again, or we could do The Honey Witch. Honestly, I think this one was probably longer, and also I want to try this one again, and I think we have enough like fantasies kind of going on, which I don't know if this is a full fantasy, but we're gonna go with this one because I think this one's been around longer and I need to read it. And also it's not that long. I think it's like 300 something pages, 320, something like that. Not bad. All right, couple more. Let's pick this one. Book I'm the most nervous for. So Boyfriend came up with that one. Basically like one maybe I've put off for a long time, or like heard bad reviews about, or I don't know, like maybe something that's longest. Like I would have said The Will of the Many just because it's longer and you're like stepping into a brand new sci-fi fantasy world, which takes a lot of world building, and like you really have to lock in and understand what's going on for it to be good, I think. So I would have said that one, but if we want to pick one of these, maybe Nothing Like the Movies, because I read the first one and I did love it. It was great, but it's been a very long time since I've read a YA, I'm pretty sure, if I can remember properly. So Better Than the Movies was great. I think I'm nervous that this one may not reach the potential that Better Than the Movies was, you know? Like maybe it's not going to be as good as Better Than the Movies. So I think that would be how I'm nervous in the sense of this one. So we're going to go with this one. Again, it's a YA, around 400 pages. I think this will really break up most of the fantasy I have going on. So maybe this will be like my cute palette cleanser. All right, so we have another one. That will be Nothing Like the Movies. We have one more. We're at 7. Let's pick something good. I know I put some good ones in here. I'm trying to dig in there. All right. Highest rated book. So it'll be the ones out of these, the highest rated. I need to do some calculations. I need to go look on Goodreads. I'll be using Goodreads for the ratings, not Amazon or anything. So I'll have to see which one is the highest rated, and then I will put it on the screen and then pick that one. I'm kind of gonna make a guess though. It might be James, because I know that that was really popular. Or, oh, Cher could have it too. Cher could be the one. Like, you can't rate a memoir a 1 star, right? That's kind of wrong. Okay, I don't really have one option. James or The Night and the Moth. Or this one. For Whom the Bell Tolls. Maybe that one? I don't know. I'm gonna go look. I should have done this before. and then I'll get back to you, and then we'll wrap up and I'll show you everything that we have. And then hopefully throughout this month I can get some of these done and you'll see a reading vlog of them. But let me go check which one is the highest rated and then I'll come back. All right, y'all, I found the highest rated and it is James, which makes sense since it like won an award or something. So again, this one's like Huckleberry Finn, kind of fiction, a little bit different. So I haven't read something specifically that I can like relate to in this sense. So maybe this will be kind of new and exciting. And again, break up all of the fantasies that we have. So that was all the books we got. Let me see if I can hold them. Maybe this will make for a good thumbnail. Oh Lord. Okay. All right, these are all the books that we got. You can see how heavy it is. I'm shaking. So this is our March TBR. Again, we're already 6 days in, so I'm already falling behind. But we picked 8 books that I think I can hopefully get through. Sometimes I like to mood read, so we'll see. But if I can get through majority of them, then I will be happy about that. And then they can kind of roll over to next month if that works out. So that was everything I have. That was my first video, so it's probably gonna be a little rocky at first, but that's okay because we're all just trying and making effort, and that's fine. Those are all my books. Maybe you will see them in a reading vlog that I can make. I'll try to do that. But thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. And hopefully I'll see you all soon. Bye.